yesterday, and today we're out here trying to flip this stuff over. I raked it Friday night because I knew it was going to rain. I figured I'd rather have it in a windrow. It'd be a lot easier to flip over if it's in a windrow than it is to try to rake it off after we got rained on. So we're out here flipping it up, hoping we can get her made by the end of the day. So here comes Dad and the 856, the other rake. We're both on the last straight pass here, and then he's got the headlands to do. I'm not going to do the headlands, I'll let him do it. So, otherwise, yeah, there's still some pretty decent hay, and I hate to see it go to waste, so I want to try to get it made today if we can. Honestly, what would have been ideal is to wrapped it. We cut it Wednesday, we could have wrapped it Thursday afternoon or even Friday, and then we would have been done. But, oh well. So, that's what we got going on here at the fine Sunday. So I just got stopped here, raised the rake up. If you can't tell, I got the old 400 on her. So, since we're up here by the woods, I'll show you the little project I've been working on. If you haven't noticed, we've been buying more equipment lately, and, well, once you buy more stuff, you run out of places to park it. So I kind of started clearing out, re-clearing this piece here, because this was always an equipment parking spot. And I just kind of cleared it out more to park more stuff in here. And back over there, you can see I got chopper boxes over there. But right now I got the reel disc up here, kind of under a shade tree or two. Keep some shade on it. I washed that off, so that's that. And then we got a rotary hole that I've never seen used. Keep it for insurance. That was sitting where the reel disc is pretty much. In all honesty, I could move the reel disc more in that spot there. It's kind of more under shade there, but then we got the chisel plow, the disc. That's just sitting here because, well, I parked it the other night here. And I got more room actually cleared back here. But I saw there used to be trees back in here until they logged this woods off. Oh, it'd be almost 2 years ago now. But yeah, this is a 2-point rotary hole that would go on a 560. So I just moved the chopper boxes up here this morning. So yeah, I'll have to come back up here and grab the New Holland. But we got two badger boxes, and then there's one Myers box, and then there's an old Knight chopper box here without a roof on it. These could sit in the sun, they'll be fine. This one here I kind of tucked more under the shade because this is actually a nice box yet, really good shape. It's actually one that Grandpa bought new too, so it's just we don't have room in them in the sheds anymore for them, so this is where they go. So I figured I'd start parking some stuff up here so that way there isn't as much sitting at home. Go back actually about 2 or 3 years ago, there was I think 3 cyclo air planters, international cyclo air planters sitting within here, but I cleaned all the junk out that was sitting up here. There's an old parts chopper leaned up against that tree and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I'd parked this rake in here too, but this is going to get planted in the corn once we get this hay off, so we won't be able to get in here again. So this can get parked at home again. That's perfectly fine. So it's always good to keep one of these around. Grandpa probably bought this thing back in the 70s, and it's, well, get rid of it, but it works great for stuff like this. If you want to run 2 rakes just to flip it over, it works great. But it's old, it's paid for, it's a good machine. So no sense of getting rid of it because you only get $100 out of it. So might as well keep her around and use it for stuff like this. It's a good parrot behind my 400 here, which has developed a little leak. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Hydraulic oil, I believe. It's coming from those 2 lines there that come up here and they go to the control valve block right up in there. and I'm pretty sure they're leaking. So that's that. So we're gonna run this rig back to the farm and hook the rake, and or maybe leave hooked up for now. So there's some blue skies coming out. Hopefully it stays that way and it stays windy and warm. Let's dry this crap down so we can get her made. Well, it's Friday, whatever the date is, June something or another. I'm bad at dates. I think it's the 6th or something, I don't know. Anyway. Dad's here baling up these 3 acres. He must have just started. I don't know why he missed that row there, but anyways, he's gone. I'd say giving her, but he don't give her in that. He's probably only 1,600 RPMs, but I usually run about 17. Oh, just go. It'll eat it. Anyway, in the big field out there yesterday, I didn't really fill much, but I got, I think, like 72 bales, 71 bales off of 30 acres. These are 5x5 bales. You can see the bale sitting right there. Really good, actually decent quality stuff for getting rained on 4 or 5 times. Oh, I must have a bale ready. Yep. He idles it down while it's still wrapping. I let it wrap and then I idle it down before I open the tailgate. He's got that one a little lopsided. But if you guys haven't heard, I didn't video this at all either, but me and Dad went through that pickup head completely. It's completely rebuilt, and let me tell you what, it picks up hay compared to, unlike before, it did not pick up hay worth a damn. But come to find out, that pickup header was shot. We had to replace so many parts that we really wouldn't have had to if we would have realized how wore out it was. But anyway, here's our lopsided bale. This bale ain't the prettiest, especially the outside here being right up against the tree. It's not pretty stuff. We're not going to sell this. We'll keep this for ourselves. We get into this hay here. The hay smells really good. Looks really good yet. Still got a lot of leaf value there too, shockingly, with how much we touched this hay. Well, we'll come over here to the windrow and take a look at it quick. Well, you can see there's still a decent amount of leaf value on there. But then again, pretty much every time we touched it, except for this last time, it was wet. I don't understand why he does that. Anyway, as you can see, we left the duals on the Magnum mainly because the main reason is because we haven't got around to it. Take them off. But it helps our situation that it's been raining like a son of a gun around here and the fields are wet. It helps the flotation. But anyway, look at this finished baled up here. He's probably got a bale already. Oh no. He doesn't understand how much this baler can take. Even I myself go slow, but he really goes slow, but that's okay. It's only, he's not gonna break anything. Just pack the bale a little tighter and slower you go. But once he gets done baling here, I'm hoping I can recruit him to help me finish moving bales. I think I got like half the bales moved off of that field last night after I finished. I finished baling about 9:30. And I started moving bales around, I don't know, probably 9:45 or whatever. I got a good few loads hauled in, me and Ronnie. So, yeah. Once he's done with this, that'll be all. Well, we got 5 more acres we can do, but I don't know, I might cut that tonight. We'll see. So, it is Sunday, June 9th here, and, well, Dad's out here cutting the pasture down. We got a good, decent stretch here to hopefully get this 5 acres made. I'm going to have them narrow up the windrow. The ground's pretty wet. And I wanted the windrow narrowed up so the ground can dry out a little more. It's a great drying day today. Yeah. Well, happy Labor Day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I have our new lost purchase behind me. Well, in front of me. If it was behind me, you'd see it. But anyway, we finally got ourselves the 66 series. I'm sure we made Grandpa turn in his grave when we brought this thing home. He wasn't very fond of the 66 series. I'm going to get out of the sun because I can't see. There we go. And the 1066. I'll give you a slight story on a 1066, but 1066 and Grandpa. Put the guys around here first. So my grandfather grew up on the farm just down the road from here, which we call Michael's. That's where my cousin currently lives and operates the dairy down there. And growing up, my grandfather grew up basically, they didn't get their first, well, they got their first tractor before he was born. It was a Farmall B that they bought in 1941, I believe. My grandfather was born in 47. And anyway, they had Farmalls their whole life, his whole life. So that's what he had up here. But when my grandfather moved out, I don't know if it was when he moved out or before he moved out, but at some point in time, my great-grandfather bought a 1066 brand new for my great-uncle, which would be my grandfather's brother, his younger brother. My great-grandfather bought it for him so he could start farming and do some custom farming. And anyway, when the time came for my great-grandfather, great-grandmother to start getting rid of their things, my grandfather was offered that 1066, but he turned it down because nothing could beat his 1256. So he never really was fond of the 66 series. No, I don't really know why. I never got to talk to him, unfortunately, about things like that. But anyway, I've always wanted to have a 66 series. I always preferred to have a 14, but hey, we'll make a 10 do. But anyway, she's in pretty rough state if you can't see by the platform that's been on since new. The cab's been on since new. We removed that last night. It was a mess, a terrible mess. But anyway, kind of get that sun out of you guys' eyes. When we got it from the auction Friday night, this hose here blew out right in here, so I was just shooting out fuel. Didn't want to run worth a damn, so got that fixed. And there's a return line. This return line here was blown out. Got that fixed. I put a new belt and a new alternator on this side right here. I went away from the 3-wire alternator, went to a single wire alternator. Put a new coolant filter on it because it had I found out the coolant filter that was on there was actually new because they never opened the petcocks up top and down here after they put the last filter on. So, and I also changed the engine oil and filters, obviously. Fuel filters were just changed before it was put on the auction. But yeah, it was, I'll post a few pictures of what it looked like before we got a hold of it. But I got the platforms laying down right here, but while I'm moving back here, let's look at the pictures quick. So this is what the back of the tractor looks like. I got practically all remnants of the cab off except for those 2 mounts, which Dad wants to keep those mounts. Just, you never know. So he says, oh, I might use them for something someday. So yeah, everything's kind of, I've been using it on the manure spreader. You kind of see she's been eating away at the drawbar a little bit there because there's a hell of a groove in that drawbar, but it's all seized up. I can't get it out. When we first got it, there was no pin there, and I just, oh, that'll work. So we're just trying to get the kinks out of the thing, figuring out what's good and what's bad. I'm gonna make it work for us. 3-point goes up and down, great. Unfortunately, it's got fluid in the rears. They're plumb full. Other than that, as of right now, there are no major leaks. As of right now. But I'm waiting for that steering ram to start leaking. The PTO has The one seal back here in the 1000 shaft has started to seep a little bit after using it. I mean, it hasn't even made it down to the bottom of the PTO yet. But, I mean, this PTO linkage is bound up a little bit. I've lubed everything up. It's getting better as I use it, but it still has the IH couplers in there. They're going to get adapted over to Pioneer here eventually, but for now, I only got 2 adapters. I think there's 2 more at home I could put in here, but for now I only got 2 adapters. But 3-point goes up and down great. The remote one there works great. It's got good pressure. PTO didn't slip in the manure spreader, but it runs all right. The wire needs to be all gone through. It's all original yet. The only thing that's hobble cobbled is the guy who had it last rigged up his own starter button, which isn't terrible, but I don't know why he did that, because the other starter button worked just fine, other than the fact that the harness is getting shot. But it's honestly, for being an original harness, it's untouched. Nothing has been spliced, taped together, nothing. I was shocked by that. But yeah, so we are going to get her started up. We're going to take her over there in front of the forklift, and we're going to give her a good bath since I got the platform off. And we'll go from there. See what else happens with it today.